Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated, my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building. Mary Jane's in the building. Hey, how you guys doing? How you guys feeling today? How's the weather out there? It's nice out here. I'm surprised. So what's going on? Please, check out my new channel. I'll be going live there. And also, please like, comment, subscribe so we can go all the way to the top, baby. We can bring other platforms with us too as well. Let's get it. Let's go to the top. Number one, baby. Let's make this come true. So let's talk about growing up hip hop, LA season 4, episode 18. They kind of like word their episodes at 18 because they just keep going from the last season. So it is what it is. So let's talk. Let's talk about this episode. Little Eazy-E talking about his father, Eazy-E, and basically he's thinking his father was murdered. I kind of agree with him just because of things that I found out back in the day, especially when, Lazy Bone, he actually did an interview and he described what happened to Eazy and how he died and everything that happened, everything that transpired before he died. And then, him getting married in the hospital, not being coherent when he signed them papers and all his money over to his wife too as well. And then on top of that, there's some people that say that, Eazy-E only used, what is it called? Lambskin condoms or these type of condoms that only lambskin condoms that only protect against pregnancy but doesn't protect from HIV. Then there was another blog site that's very credible and has been around for many years, said that they found a woman that actually had HIV and actually slept with Eazy-E, and she was actually kicked out of LA or California or whatever, but that's all alleged. And then you have, Suge Knight going on to a talk show saying that he was injected, he was killed, but not in them different words, just by his actions. And a lot of people said that, when Eazy-E traveled to New York because he was going to sign to a different label, Jerry Heller and the handlers that took Eazy-E's life, and then Eazy-E going to the White House and dealing with Bush and being able to be the first rapper to go to the White House and represent for the hood and had the money to pay for that. I think it was $10,000 or $20,000 to get into this thing that was thrown by the White House or whatever, the gathering, the charity event or whatever. So, I kind of feel Little Eazy-E, and I believe Little Eazy and his sisters and his kids, they should have their own TV show because Eazy-E did a lot for hip hop. He did a lot and he put a lot of people on. Even Master P, that I didn't know. I know Master P gave, credit to Snoop Dogg when he went on Snoop Dogg's, talk show, but him actually saying Ice Cream Man, and Ice Cream Man was my shit. I used to love Mr. Ice Cream Man. That was my shit. And that Eazy-E actually helped him get the song played on the radio and actually had a hand in helping Master P build his empire. I was like, yes, baby. I was like, good. But Master P was like telling Little Eazy, just let bygones be bygones. Just let it rest because you don't know what kind of shit you're going to bring up or whatever. But you should talk to the people that are close to him. So it seems like Little Eazy has been isolated, or he made himself isolated from, Eazy-E brothers and things like that, or whatever the case may be, because it was such a hurtful death and how it happened, because he was only 10 years old, that maybe he moved away from that side of the family, but now he's back, and trying to find answers. And I'm glad he's on the show talking about it too as well. So there we go. And we got Angela. She is mad at Romeo because he set her up. He didn't show up to the blind date. Why he want to go on a blind date when he want to blind you in the bed, baby? And then, Angela kind of looks stupid, especially in front of her girlfriends too as well. Romeo Johnson, just his boys there to meet up with Angela. Angela feels disrespected. And Romeo was so funny when he said, oh, the Queen Bee has sent her brother JoJo to question me. I was like, he is so right about that situation. And we got Pep. She's ready and she's done with Andre. She's going to bury him in the backyard, his last present. Baby, you burying him in your backyard. I mean, he going to always be with you. I don't know what kind of logic that is, but we have that situation, and we got Vanessa's getting a surprise party, and then we have Angela actually giving her, well wishes and her, permission for Vanessa to actually go on with Pastry. It seemed like Pastry done got a promotion for like almost 3 or 4 weeks now, so it is what it is. Angela probably already was going to let her sister do this, and she was just, playing it out for the cameras. And then plus, Pastries get, free promotion on the show, whoever watched the show. So it is what it is with this situation. We didn't even get to see Bree. You know, TT's doing her thing and everything. It seems like Sam is fitting in right with the family. TT and Sam is getting along. I was like, yay. So we get to, you know, Pep, we get to Egypt, and we have Sam and TT, and basically they're talking about, you know, what went down at TT's party, that it was a mess. It was a lot of bullshit going on, but it cleared the air. And then the bell rings, and then there's some flowers from Andre telling Pep that he misses her, and the whole nine. And so, you know, she buried, you know, she said, this is how we get over or move on. We bury the relationship. So whatever last significant gift your ex gives you, you go in the backyard and you bury it. Well, you burying it on your property. You're supposed to bury that shit far away, right? Why would you bury it on your property? I mean, they're always in your backyard. They're always haunting your house. So I have no idea, but they want to go to church, and they go to church to see Jesus. And it seemed like it said Masonic church. I don't know. But they went to go see Jesus, basically to help Pep get over Andre. And TT said outside the church, the best way to get over somebody is to get under somebody. Baby, I done heard that. They was like, TT, you in front of the church saying this shit. She don't give a shit. TT keep it real, yo. TT keep it real. So we have that situation. And then, you know, people are talking about the situation where Angela and, you know, Romeo, they keep dragging this shit on. And then after that, we get to Damon Dash. Basically, he's trying to have a baby with Rocky, and she's trying to get pregnant or whatever. Damon Dash is trying to, you know, invest money and kitty cuts or whatever, and make it a brand, and actually sell, you know, adult clothes and actually children clothes when you go get your hair done or whatever. We've been doing that for years. But we don't have any blacks. Well, we have like maybe 3 now, 4 or 5. So we have that situation. Then actually the owner of Kitty Cuts basically let Dame know that Lee Daniels is up in the building at somewhere in LA, and Dame Dash shows up and basically embarrassed the shit out of Lee Daniels. Lee Daniels give him the money because Dame says he needs that money. He got to pay taxes. He's trying to have a baby, and he got to take care of Rocky because she's traditional and her parents want this, they want that. Blase the third, miss me with the bullshit. Get your son clean first before you try to start a whole new family. Take care of business at home with your boy. But anyways, do what you need to do. You know, Boogie will be all right. You need to, you know, worry about what's going on with Boogie. You need some real help with Boogie's type of situation. You just can't let it fall on deaf ears and act like you don't know what's going on. So that is what it is. And then we have Little Easy. He goes to the burial site of Eazy-E. Damn, Eazy-E was born in 1963, passed away in 1995. And he's there with his sister, and there's a lot of pain, and there's a lot of hurt, and there's a lot of regret, not knowing the answers. You know, when you don't know what happens to someone that you love, how they die, and whatever the case may be with that situation, it hurts. Like, it feels a certain type of way because you're not able to mourn correctly. You're not able to move on with correct thoughts and correct energy because it's always confusion around your father's death and what happened with that situation. So you could tell his kids been through a lot. His kids should not be looking like they're struggling. Their kids should not be looking like, you know, they live in average, because, you know, Eazy-E put in work, and he put a lot of people on. He had a lot of money, and that's just, you know, it's just dead up wrong that shit happened to his kids. Most of his kids wasn't left with anything. And, you know, that's why, you know, one of the reasons why I believe Little Easy went to procreate a lot with a lot of women, because his father did the same thing too as well, and he wanted to be like his father because he looks like his father, and the whole nine. He's his firstborn too as well, and their family should have been taken care of. Like, that's some bullshit. Jerry Heller is dead now, but I never got over the fact of how, you know, all of Eazy's kids didn't get taken care of. It was the last woman that was with Eazy that married him on his deathbed is the one that got the money. Then she ended up getting into it with Jerry Heller. So it was all orchestrated, in my opinion, to take that dude's money, and his kids suffer behind. I wish he had a will. Wish he had all the things that he needed to have for his children to protect them at the end, because this is a cold, dirty, grimy motherfucking world. So moving on from that situation, we got JoJo. Basically, you know, he's gonna pretend like he's talking to Angela, and they're gonna be throwing a surprise party for Vanessa for her birthday, because Angela wants to show Vanessa that she's sorry. And also, Angela is tired of people saying that she's the mean sister, because she got two sisters that's feeling a certain type of way about her, especially her youngest sister that was on here the year before last. And so now she's throwing a party or whatever. But she tells JoJo, could you go talk to Romeo, because Romeo stood me up and we were supposed to have a double date. I brought a date for him. He's supposed to bring a date for me, but only his two boys show. And JoJo was like, you think you're the only woman that he want to date, girl? And then Angela was like, well, he should have told me, girl, you already know. You done already been out here with the hustlers and the drug dealers and you know, and bosses out here in the streets. You know damn well when somebody likes you, Angela, you and Romeo better stop just playing this game with us. It's just too much. So anyways, JoJo does what he needs to do. He goes over there to see Romeo at the gym. He's cracking up Romeo, calling him Cool Running, calling him bobsled or whatever, that movie that came out back in the 90s, I believe. And he was like, Romeo, you're fake sweating, you got baby oil on and shit. Like, he was going in. It was funny. So, you know, Romeo was like, the queen bee sent him here. And so basically, you know, Romeo didn't really say much. He's just going to go to, you know, Vanessa's birthday party and actually talk to Angela. And, you know, he was busy. He was FaceTime and this and that. He thought, you know, Angela knew or Angela understood. We was like, yeah, right, whatever. You know, you just guys are just dragging this shit on for us. So we have that situation. We have Dame. He done got the phone call from the lady that owns Kitty Cuts. He pulls up on Lee Daniels. He gets his money back. He's happy. We get to meet his assistant, that's Stephanie, or his sister, or an entrepreneur that he's really close with, he's down with, or whatever. So we got that situation. We got Little Easy talking to Master P, and Master P just saying your father was a good man, but leave this shit alone. So we have that situation. So I was like, damn. So we show up to the party, and you know, the party's and you know, and also we got the JoJo situation with Vanessa with the photo shoot with her daughter looking all pretty and gorgeous, and JoJo doing her hair. I thought that was cute, and she's trying to question JoJo about what Angela said down there in Louisiana, and JoJo really is being very vague, and she's feeling a certain type of way about the situation. She's like, listen, I sent you to go talk to her. You're supposed to come back and tell me. So we get to the situation where we at Vanessa's surprise birthday party. Everybody's there except for, you know, Pep and, you know, Master P and Bree's not there too at all. And, you know, Dame's not there because he ain't rolling with the kids this season. So we have that situation, and basically Vanessa and, you know, Angela, they make up, and Vanessa's like, you know, my sister never says sorry because she got that ego. She didn't say ego, but I'm saying ego. She never says sorry, but she says sorry, and by her throwing me a party, usually she doesn't say sorry. She just gives you gifts, so she'll do something to let you know that she's sorry and she didn't take your feelings into accountability. And Angela gives Vanessa the okay to do a shop. Vanessa was going to do it anyway. She got the okay from everybody. Then on top of that, it better work out with pastries, because they've been promoted since this show started this season. Pastries been promoted. They got free promo. So we have that situation. JoJo's happy. They all made up, and you know, it seems really good, and is glad that they came to a situation where they all cool. And so TT and, you know, but before then we got Kendall. Basically she's letting us know that she's trying to get pregnant. She's trying to have a baby. So is Dame trying to have a baby too as well. So, and she's been working on it for a year. She was like, yo, I'm 22 years old. My husband's 27. Like, I should be popping. But right now we're not, you know, we're not producing a baby yet, but we soon will. Yes, you will. So we have that situation. Then TT and Romeo kind of make up or whatever. Blase in the third. He lets her know that, you know, JoJo saved the day. So TT finally said she was sorry to Romeo. So they good. So Romeo goes over there to talk to Angela. Angela's trying to ignore Romeo and act like she don't see him and she don't want to talk to him. They end up talking. She don't want a hug. She don't want a handshake. Like, she's taking it very serious. Like, damn, it ain't that serious. He stood you up. But she was like, my time is precious, motherfucker. She was like, my time is precious. I'm a mother. You know, I had to get a babysitter. I drove an hour out of my way. I was a long time, for real. So she's feeling a certain type of way. She was like, if you felt something, you should have said something. He was like, Angela, I couldn't FaceTime you. It showed us where, you know, Romeo chilling at the crib, taking a shower, unless they edited it or whatever. But it seemed like Romeo was chilling. He did it on purpose to send his boys because he felt disrespected that Angela was going to try to send him up on a double date and then wanted Romeo to find a man for her. Romeo wasn't feeling that. So he wanted her to feel some pain and some anguish that he felt. So he did it that way. Immature. They could have just told, he should have just told her straight up, listen, I ain't no no double date. I ain't hooking you up with nobody, and I don't want to be hooked up with none of your friends. You already know I'm feeling you. You know I want to date you. You know I want to be with you. So why are you fronting? But a lot of people saying that Angela's not Romeo's type. I don't know. Whatever. So we have that situation. And, you know, it is what it is. And Angela was disappointed to see Romeo's friends because she was like, I'm not going to date anybody that I had some type of relationship with, some type of feelings for. And I was like, oh, so you had feelings for Romeo? So there we go. You guys tell me what you think about the situation. But I'm glad Pep done move on, baby. Do your thing. Business is more important than that shit that you was dealing with, you know, Andre. Peace and out. One love to all my peeps and my peoples.